Welcome to this video, which accompanies the parish profile for Romsey Abbey. We could tell you about all the things already happening here. We could tell you what we're currently working on. And as it's our hometown, we could go on about how wonderful Romsey is to live in. We have a vision, and we're working towards a realisation of that vision. We have achieved some of our objectives, but we still have much to do. To grow the work of our children's and families worker. To develop our lay ministry. To expand our work in community. Developing our work in areas of social housing and the new residential developments. To develop our buildings to meet the needs now and into the future. To care for our shared legacy of the Abbey, in particular protecting and preserving the Saxon Rood. To highlight our vision, let's hear from Rhiannon Wilmot, our children's and families worker, about her plans for the future.
We are in Abbotswood, which is one of the developments near the top end of Romsey. It's quite an interesting place because it's kind of just risen out of the ground. But one of the curious things about it is that there's no main church here. My dream is that we're able to start a real outreach up here and possibly start an after-school club for juniors in the community centre after school 1 day a week, which would be really, really quite amazing. Romsey, although it is beautiful, has got pockets of poverty, and they're generally most easily identified by the social housing. The need in some of the main social housing areas is absolutely colossal and forms the bulk of clients for the food bank and for CAP. Tentatively, the next things that I'm looking at doing is a junior club after school in the Abbey rooms, which would have a low cost for families and would also provide a meal. Building on Lego Church and making that portable. So to bring that up to Abbotswood, that would be amazing. In August, we anticipate running another holiday club based around cooking. So I'm starting another toddler group called Singing Storytime, which I'm quite excited about, which is going to be based in St Swithin's Church, which is closer to Woodley and to Abbotswood.
Thank you, Rhiannon. Now, a few words from Keith Bamber, who is leading the initial stages of the development project. Firstly, talking about the Saxon Rood, and secondly, about where we are now.
One of the ideas was to incorporate this fantastic rood into worship, and we do have the work which was done to the abbess's door, and we would be able to reopen that door, and there would be a processional route from the song school along the side of the abbey and in through the abbess's door past the rood. We have had contact with the Heritage Lottery Fund. We didn't get any big surprises in their response. They could see a project which they might be able to fund in there somewhere. A lot of people are very, very keen on this project, and a lot of people have been very heavily involved in helping us get to the point we've got now. One of the things that we learnt from the Heritage Lottery Fund, though, was that we still have a lot to do. And a lot of it we can do, but some of it we will need to hire in, especially project management skills, because it is quite a big, exciting project. My next step is to present how far we've got to the PCC, and we need to produce a business plan. And the other area where we need still to do a lot of work is in terms of defining the benefits. What is fantastic about this project is that it's not really doing anything new. It's enabling us to continue what we're already doing very well, in terms of the Abbey music, in terms of protecting the rood, and in terms of educational work and interpretation for visitors. These are all things which are being developed and pushed, but they all need new space in which to develop further.
Thank you, Keith. We have a development plan. It's at an early stage. We have ideas which will develop our existing buildings, and we are currently looking at potential sources of funding and the application process. So, are you the person who will be our guide? Can you show us our way forward in service to others? Will you lead us into a shared future? Thank you for taking time to watch our video.